Stop scrolling. Take a deep breath. You didn't click on this video by accident. At this exact moment when you feel tired, confused, maybe even ready to quit, this message found you. The voice of Jesus Christ is speaking to your heart right now. You are not alone. I know you've been strong for everyone else. I know you smile in public but fight battles in private. I know there are nights when you stare at the ceiling wondering, God, do you even see me? Yes, He sees you. Every tear. Every silent prayer. Every hidden struggle. The world may overlook you. People may misunderstand you. But heaven has not forgotten your name. You are not weak because you're struggling. You are human. And even in your lowest moment, God is working behind the scenes. What feels like delay is divine preparation. What feels like rejection is redirection. What feels like breaking is actually building. Right now, something inside you is waking up. This is your reminder. You are chosen. You are called. You are stronger than this season. Don't leave. Because what you're about to hear could change everything. Fire when you feel completely alone. There are moments when the silence feels louder than the noise. Moments when your phone is quiet. When no one checks on you. When you're surrounded by people but still feel invisible. And you start thinking, maybe I don't matter. Maybe I'm forgotten. But listen carefully. Even Jesus Christ faced moments of deep loneliness. In the garden before His greatest sacrifice, His closest friends fell asleep. In His hardest hour, He stood alone. Loneliness is not a sign that God left you. Sometimes it's proof that God is strengthening you. Because isolation builds intimacy with Him. Silence builds spiritual strength. And separation builds preparation. You may feel unseen. But heaven sees everything. You may feel unheard. But every whisper of your prayer reaches God. This season of loneliness is not your identity. It is your training ground. When people walk away, God steps closer. When doors close, He opens a better one. So don't confuse being alone with being abandoned. You are not abandoned. You are being developed. And this quiet season, it's building a louder victory than you can imagine. Fire. Your pain has a purpose. Let's be honest. It hurts. The betrayal. The rejection. The unanswered prayers. The doors that closed without explanation. You trusted. You gave your best. You stayed loyal. And still it broke you. But hear this clearly. Your pain is not pointless. The story of Jesus Christ did not skip suffering. Before the crown there was a cross. Before the resurrection there was sacrifice. What looked like defeat became the greatest victory in history. And what feels like your breaking point right now may actually be your building point. Pain stretches you. Pressure strengthens you. Struggles shape you. You are not being destroyed. You are being refined. Gold is purified in fire. Faith is strengthened in storms. And warriors are built in battle. One day, the very thing that tried to crush you will become the testimony that empowers someone else. So don't waste your pain. Grow through it. Rise through it. Trust God through it. Because this chapter of suffering is not the end of your story. It's the setup for your comeback. Fire. Don't quit now. This is the moment most people give up. When progress feels slow. When prayers feel unanswered. When strength feels gone. This is the dangerous moment. Because quitting right now would mean walking away right before the breakthrough. The enemy whispers it's over. But the Spirit of Jesus Christ declares it's not finished. You've come too far to stop here. Think about everything you've already survived. The nights you thought you wouldn't make it. The battles nobody even knows about. The tears you wiped away before anyone saw them. And you're still here. That means God is not done with you. The storm is loud because your destiny is powerful. The pressure is heavy because the calling is big. The resistance is strong because your future is greater than your past. Do not quit in the middle of the process. Seeds break before they grow. Muscles tear before they strengthen. Faith is tested before it expands. This is not your breaking point. This is your proving point. Stand up again. Pray again. Try again. Because victory might be one more step away. And quitting now would cancel a miracle that's already on the way. Fire, you were chosen for this season. Before you ever faced this battle, God already equipped you for it. Before the pressure came, the strength was planted inside you. Before the storm formed, the anchor was secured in your spirit. You are not fighting this season by accident. You were chosen for it. The life of Jesus Christ shows us something powerful. He did not stumble into purpose. He walked into it knowing there would be resistance, betrayal, misunderstanding, and sacrifice, yet he moved forward with confidence because he understood the assignment. And today you must understand yours. You keep asking, why me? But what if the real question is, why not you? Why not the one who survived everything that tried to destroy them? Why not the one who keeps getting back up? Why not the one whose faith refuses to die even when circumstances say it should? There is something different about you. That's why the attacks feel personal. That's why the obstacles feel intentional. The enemy does not fight what has no future. The pressure is proof that you carry something valuable. The resistance is confirmation that your life has impact. You were chosen not because you are perfect, but because you are willing. Not because you are fearless, but because you move forward despite fear. Not because you never fall, but because you rise every single time. Stop comparing your journey to others. Stop doubting your pace. Stop shrinking your dreams to make other people comfortable. Your calling is custom made. Your path is divinely designed. No one else can walk it the way you can. This season is not here to break you. It is here to reveal you, to show you strength you didn't know you had, to unlock courage you didn't know existed, to build faith that cannot be shaken. Stand tall in this moment. Even if your voice trembles, speak life. Even if your hands shake, keep building. Even if your heart is tired, keep believing. You are not here by mistake. You are not fighting alone, and you are not underqualified. You were chosen for this battle. You were built for this pressure. And you are about to walk into a level of victory that matches the level of resistance you survived. Fire walk by faith, not by sight. Right now you want proof. You want signs. You want clear answers. You want to see the full plan before you take the next step. But faith doesn't work that way. Faith is moving when you don't have the details. Faith is trusting when the evidence isn't visible. Faith is stepping forward while the path is still forming beneath your feet. When Jesus Christ called Peter to walk on water, he didn't calm the storm first. The wind was still blowing, the waves were still crashing, the risk was still real. But the miracle happened the moment Peter stepped out of the boat. And that is where you are right now. You're waiting for calm before obedience. You're waiting for certainty before commitment. You're waiting for guarantees before action. But breakthroughs are not born from comfort, they are born from courage. If you only move when everything makes sense, you will miss the supernatural. Because miracles live beyond logic, blessings live beyond fear, destiny lives beyond doubt. You don't need to see the whole staircase, you just need the courage to take the next step. The job may not be secured yet. The relationship may not be restored yet. The finances may not be stable yet. The dream may not look possible yet. But yet is not never. What you see right now is temporary, what God is building is eternal, what you feel right now is pressure, what God is creating is power. Stop measuring your future by your present circumstances. Stop deciding your destiny based on today's emotions. Feelings change, situations shift, but faith remains steady. The storm may still be loud, but if God called you out of the boat, you will not drown. Take the step. Make the call. Start the project. Forgive the person. Apply again. Pray again. Because the miracle is not in the boat, the miracle is in the step. And the moment you choose faith over fear, you step into a level of strength you never knew you had. Fire, the breaking point, is the birth point. This is the part nobody talks about. The exhaustion. The frustration. The silent battles in your mind. The moment where you say, I can't take much more of this. You feel like you're breaking. But what if you're not breaking? What if you're birthing something greater? When pressure increases, transformation begins. Seeds must break open before they grow, muscles must tear before they become stronger, and sometimes your old mindset must shatter so your new identity can rise. Look at the journey of Jesus Christ. Before resurrection came suffering, before glory came sacrifice, before victory came what looked like complete defeat. The cross was not the end, it was the doorway. And your breaking point is not your end either. It is the doorway to a stronger version of you. Right now, the pressure feels unfair, the weight feels heavy, the attacks feel personal. But understand this: the enemy only attacks what carries purpose. The battle is proof that you matter. The struggle is confirmation that you are moving toward something significant. Growth is uncomfortable, elevation is uncomfortable, expansion is uncomfortable. When God stretches you, it will not feel convenient, it will not feel easy, but it will be worth it. The version of you that exists after this season will think differently, move differently, speak differently, believe differently. You will not recognize the weakness that once controlled you. You will not tolerate the fear that once limited you. Do not run from this moment, lean into it, pray through it, grow through it, let the pressure shape you instead of scare you. You are not being crushed, you are being constructed, you are not being buried, you are being planted. And what is planted always rises. This breaking season is giving birth to strength, it is giving birth to courage, it is giving birth to unshakable faith. Hold on. Because on the other side of this pressure is a version of you that no storm will ever intimidate again. Fire, forgive, and set yourself free. There is something heavy you've been carrying, not the stress, not the pressure, not even the struggle. It's the hurt, the betrayal, the words that cut deep, the disappointment that still echoes in your mind. You keep replaying it, you keep feeling it, and without realizing it, you've allowed it to live rent-free in your heart. But listen carefully, holding on to anger does not punish them. It poisons you. Bitterness feels powerful for a moment, but over time it becomes a chain around your own future. You cannot rise while dragging resentment behind you. Even on the cross, in unimaginable pain, Jesus Christ chose forgiveness. Not because it was easy, not because it was fair, but because freedom is greater than revenge. Forgiveness is not saying what they did was right. It's not pretending it didn't hurt. It's not allowing them back into a position where they can harm you again. Forgiveness is releasing the weight so it no longer controls your spirit. It's choosing peace over pride, healing over hatred, growth over grudges. You think holding on makes you strong, but real strength is letting go. Real power is saying, "You will not steal another day of my joy." Real courage is deciding that your future matters more than your past pain. There are blessings waiting for you that cannot land in a heart full of bitterness. There are new doors that cannot open if your hands are busy gripping old wounds. There is peace prepared for you, but you must make room for it. Forgive so you can breathe again. Forgive so you can sleep in peace. Forgive so your prayers are not blocked by silent resentment. Forgive because your destiny is too big to be delayed by yesterday's hurt. You were not created to live chained to what someone did to you. You were created to rise above it. Release them, release the anger, release the need to prove something. Let God handle what you cannot control. Because the moment you forgive, you don't just free them. You free yourself. Fire. Your delay is not your denial. You've been waiting for the breakthrough, waiting for the answer, waiting for the door to open. And if you're honest, the waiting is starting to wear you down. You prayed, you believed, you trusted, but nothing seems to be moving. And the dangerous thought begins to whisper, maybe it's not going to happen. But hear this clearly: delay is not denial, silence is not abandonment, waiting is not wasting. There were years of preparation before the ministry of Jesus Christ was revealed to the world. 30 hidden years before 3 powerful years that changed history. Preparation always precedes promotion. What feels slow to you is strategic to God. What feels late to you is perfectly aligned in heaven's timing. If it hasn't happened yet, it simply means it's not ready yet. And if it's not ready, neither are you. Imagine receiving the blessing before your character was strong enough to sustain it. Imagine stepping into influence without the maturity to handle it. The delay is protecting you from collapse. The delay is building the capacity you'll need when the promise finally arrives. Roots grow deep before trees grow tall. Foundations are laid before buildings rise high, and faith is strengthened in seasons where nothing seems to be happening. Do not mistake hidden growth for absence of progress. Just because you cannot see movement does not mean movement isn't happening. Underground seasons create unstoppable strength above ground. Stay disciplined, stay faithful, stay consistent, keep showing up, keep praying, keep working, keep believing. Because when the door finally opens, you will understand why it had to take this long. When the answer finally comes, you will realize why earlier would have been too soon. Your promise is not canceled, your destiny is not denied, your blessing is not lost. It's simply being prepared. And when it arrives, it will not just meet your expectations. It will exceed them. Fire the storm is proof you are moving. If everything was easy, you wouldn't be growing. If there was no resistance, there would be no expansion. The storm you're facing right now is not a sign that you're failing, it's proof that you're moving in the right direction. Think about it, wind only pushes against what is rising, waves only crash against what is advancing. The enemy does not waste energy attacking someone who is standing still. The pressure you feel is confirmation that your life carries weight. When Jesus Christ was in the boat with his disciples and the storm began to rage, panic filled the air. Fear took over, doubt got louder than faith, but the storm did not mean destruction. It meant a demonstration was coming. Power was about to be revealed. Some of you are panicking in a storm that was sent to prove your strength. You are interpreting resistance as rejection. You are interpreting difficulty as defeat. But storms don't come to stop destiny, they come to strengthen it. This season is stretching your patience, it is stretching your endurance, it is stretching your faith, and stretching is uncomfortable, growth always is. The pressure you feel financially, emotionally, spiritually, it is shaping you into someone who cannot be shaken by small problems anymore. After this season, what used to intimidate you will look small. What used to scare you will no longer control you. Do not ask for the storm to disappear, ask for stronger faith within it. Do not beg for easier days, pray for deeper strength. Because once you survive a real storm, you stop fearing the rain. Once you overcome real pressure, you stop doubting your power. You are not sinking, you are strengthening, you are not losing, you are learning, you are not being stopped, you are being sharpened. And when this storm passes, and it will pass, you will step into your next level with confidence that cannot be shaken. The storm is loud, but your destiny is louder. Fire, you are stronger than you realize. Right now you feel tired, not just physically but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You've been carrying responsibilities nobody sees, fighting battles nobody knows about, smiling in rooms where you're silently struggling, and you're wondering how much more you can handle. But look at yourself, you're still here. After everything that tried to break you, you're still standing. After the betrayal, you're still loving. After the disappointment, you're still hopping. After the delay, you're still believing. That is not weakness, that is strength in its purest form. The life of Jesus Christ reminds us that strength does not always look loud. Sometimes it looks like quiet endurance. Sometimes it looks like choosing faith when fear would be easier. Sometimes it looks like carrying your cross when you'd rather run from it. Strength is not the absence of struggle, it is the decision to keep going despite it. You underestimate yourself because you focus on what you lack instead of what you've survived. Think about the nights you thought you wouldn't make it through, the moments you felt completely overwhelmed, the times you said, "This is too much," and yet you made it. That means there is something powerful inside you. You may not see it clearly yet, you may not feel it every day, but resilience is built into your spirit. Courage is woven into your story. Faith is alive inside you even when doubt gets loud. Stop speaking weakness over your life. Stop replaying your failures more than your victories. Stop shrinking your identity to match your fears. You are not fragile, you are forged, you are not finished. You are forming, you are not barely surviving, you are becoming. The pressure did not destroy you, it developed you. The storm did not drown you, it disciplined you. The struggle did not end you, it equipped you. There is a version of you emerging from this season that is unshakable, a version that trusts deeper, a version that moves bolder, a version that understands its worth. You are stronger than you realize, and once you fully see that strength, nothing will be able to stop you. Fire, your story is not over. You may feel like this chapter defines you, like this mistake, this failure, this setback is the final sentence of your life. But listen carefully, this is not the end. It's a page, just a page, and pages turn. Some of you think you've gone too far, made too many wrong choices, missed too many opportunities. You replay the past in your mind like it's a life sentence, but your worst moment does not cancel your future. Your lowest season does not erase your calling. Look at the journey of Jesus Christ. When he was placed in the tomb, it looked finished. It looked silent. It looked over. Hope seemed buried, but what looked like the end was actually preparation for resurrection. And what feels buried in your life right now is not dead. It's waiting for the right moment to rise. Do not allow temporary defeat to write a permanent identity. You are not your mistake. You are not your addiction. You are not your failure. You are not the opinion of people who gave up on you. God is still writing your story, and He does not write tragedies without redemption. He does not allow pain without purpose. He does not close chapters without planning greater ones ahead. The reason you're still breathing is because your assignment is not complete. The reason you still feel conviction is because growth is still possible. The reason you still have desire in your heart is because destiny is still calling your name. Stop speaking as if it's over. Stop acting as if it's finished. Stop shrinking your future to match your current frustration. This is not your conclusion, this is your construction. You may be in a silent chapter right now, a hidden chapter, a rebuilding chapter, but rebuilding chapters create the strongest foundations. Hold on, keep believing, keep moving forward even if the steps feel small, because one day you will look back at this season and realize it wasn't the end of your story. It was the turning point. Step into your purpose. There comes a moment when you must stop waiting to feel ready, stop waiting for perfect conditions, stop waiting for everyone to approve. That moment is now. Purpose does not respond to comfort, it responds to courage. You have spent too much time doubting yourself, questioning your ability, comparing your journey, shrinking your dreams so they feel safer. But safe has never changed the world, safe has never unlocked destiny. When Jesus Christ began his ministry, not everyone believed, not everyone understood, not everyone supported him, yet he moved forward anyway. Purpose is not validated by applause, it is confirmed by obedience. You feel the pull inside you, that idea, that calling, that vision that won't leave you alone. It keeps coming back because it was planted intentionally. It is not random, it is not foolish, it is not too big, it is aligned with who you were created to become. But purpose requires movement, it requires risk, it requires stepping beyond the familiar. The comfort zone feels secure, but nothing grows there. Your next level is outside the boundaries of fear. Stop saying one day, stop saying when I'm ready, stop saying when everything is perfect. If you wait for perfect, you will wait forever. Start with what you have, start where you are, use what is in your hands right now. Your voice matters, your gifts matter, your story matters. The struggles you survived were not random, they prepared you to help someone else rise. The lessons you learned were not wasted, they shaped you for leadership. Purpose is not always loud. Sometimes it begins quietly with one step of faith, one act of obedience, one bold decision. But that one step can shift the entire direction of your life. You were not created to blend in, you were not designed to live small, you were not called to watch from the sidelines. Step forward even if your voice shakes, even if your confidence feels small, even if doubt tries to follow you, move anyway. Because the moment you step into your purpose, fear loses its power, and destiny begins to unfold in ways you never imagined. This is your comeback season. You've cried enough. You've doubted enough. You've questioned yourself enough. Now it's time to rise. This is not just another season, this is a shift. Something is changing inside you. The fear that once controlled you doesn't feel as strong anymore. The opinions that once limited you don't hit the same. The obstacles that once stopped you now look like challenges you're ready to face. That's growth. There was a moment when everything looked lost in the life of Jesus Christ. The cross looked final, the tomb looked permanent. Hope looked buried, but what looked like the end became the greatest comeback in history. And your story carries the same pattern. What tried to break you is about to build you, what tried to embarrass you is about to elevate you, what tried to stop you is about to strengthen you. A comeback is not about proving people wrong, it's about proving to yourself that you were stronger than the setback. It's about walking back into rooms with confidence. It's about rebuilding what collapsed with wisdom you didn't have before. You are not the same person who entered this storm. You have more discernment now, more endurance, more spiritual maturity, more self-respect. This season is different because you are different. Stop looking at what you lost and start focusing on what you learned. Stop replaying who walked away and start appreciating who stayed. Stop mourning the closed door and start preparing for the bigger one opening ahead. Your comeback will not be loud at first. It will start quietly with discipline, with consistency, with daily decisions to improve, with silent prayers and bold actions. But one day, the results will speak for themselves. The same people who doubted you will notice the change. The same obstacles that blocked you will become stepping stones. The same fears that paralyzed you will feel powerless. This is your rebuilding season, your refining season, your rising season. Don't rush it, don't sabotage it, don't shrink in it. Walk through it with confidence. Because what's ahead of you is greater than what's behind you. In this comeback, it's going to shock everyone, including you. Fire. Final declaration: it is finished, but you are just beginning. This is the moment. After everything you've heard, after every reminder, after every truth spoken into your spirit, you now have a choice. You can go back to doubt, back to fear, back to shrinking, or you can rise. When Jesus Christ said, "It is finished," on the cross, it was not a statement of defeat. It was a declaration of victory. The price was paid, the battle was won, the foundation for your freedom was secured. And because of that victory, you do not fight for victory, you fight from victory. Read that again. You are not trying to earn God's love, you already have it. You are not trying to prove your worth, you were already chosen. You are not trying to manufacture strength, it has already been placed inside you. The fear that told you you're not enough is finished. The shame that whispered you've messed up too much is finished. The lie that said this is the end for you is finished. But your purpose, your growth, your calling, that is just beginning. From this moment forward, walk differently, speak differently, think differently, pray differently, carry yourself like someone who knows they are backed by heaven. When doubt tries to return, remind it who you are. When fear tries to rise, answer it with faith. When obstacles appear, face them with confidence. You have survived too much to live small, you have overcome too much to quit now, you have grown too much to go back to the old version of yourself. This is not hype, this is alignment. You are aligned with purpose, aligned with growth, aligned with destiny. So stand tall, even if your voice shakes, speak life, even if your heart pounds, take the step, even if the path looks uncertain, keep moving forward. Because greater is ahead. Stronger is within you. And brighter days are not a fantasy, they are a promise. This is your season to believe boldly, to move courageously, to trust completely. The old chapter is closed. The fear is finished. The doubt is broken. And your new beginning starts now. Fire.